say, what are your scars?
What are my scars?
Yes, what are your scars? From all of what you've been through, what would you say your scars are?
My scars is like
What do you say? What would you say really affected you? You know, so
right.
what kind of damage? You know, do you see that? Okay, so when you cut yourself, you leave a scar. It leaves a scar on your body.
Yeah.
So what would you say? How do you say that this situation? How would you say it scarred you?
Well, I'll say the rape and depression is what scarred me. I was in a dark place in my life. I cried a lot, but then also I prayed a lot. So my scars they are healed. So it's kind of hard to explain because I was damaged by it, but I still shine. I forgave those situations in my life. I forgave like what I went through. I don't blame my mother. I don't blame my grandmother. I don't blame my family. I'm not blaming nobody because God has really healed me.
Right.
And that's just how I feel about it.
Okay, so do you think that it changed your relationship with people?
Change my relationship with people? No, because I'm not a hurt person that hurt people. I'm a hurt person. I was a hurt person, but I want to love people. I want to embrace people. I'm a nurturer. I would love you and embrace you even though you hurt me, even though you try to break me. I'm a forgiving person. I will forgive you before I be mad at you.
Okay. Would you say that it was hard for you to date after all of what you had been through?
No, I think I had an ambition about dating. I was buying love. I was trying to have these men. I was nurturing these men, buying them things and giving them money, whatever they asked for. I wanted to make sure it was straight, it was good, but they didn't appreciate it.
Okay. Did you tell anyone what you were going through as when this all happened to you? Did you tell anyone?
Nobody never asked, especially family. Nobody never asked. I was in church, and it was that's why I say in schools and churches, there's no safe haven. It never was talked about and dealt with. All I did is how I got my healing. I stayed at the altar and I stayed crying and I stayed prayerful, and that's what got me to where I'm at. But no, it wasn't really too many people to talk to. And it seemed like nobody cared, especially in families. Rape is swept under the rug. Oh, stop crying about that. Forget about that. Girl, you okay? Get over it. How did you get over it? I had a psychiatrist tell me, oh, that happened so long ago, and you still crying and worried about it? And I was like,
there's a lot of insensitive people out here. You know that, right?
It's a lot of insensitive.
So you have to just look over that and because the plan God has for you is not for them to see or understand. It's your plan. And because it's your plan that He has for you, only you can fit through that little hole or that little space that He has, that He's going to order your steps in. Okay? So don't let nobody crush your hopes, your dreams, or nothing.
Let me tell you, this right in my book, if any of my family read it, this would be the first time they find out what happened.
Oh, wow. Do you think there is anything you could have done differently to keep this from happening to you?
No. No, because at the time I was very vulnerable, and I wanted my mama. I was always sad because I didn't see her. I was really messed up behind that. I really loved my parents. I loved my mother. I could have stayed with my dad, but I wanted my mom. I was a mama's girl and a daddy's girl, but I wanted mama. And so no, there's nothing I done wrong. So I can't say there's nothing I could have done differently.
Okay. So what advice would you give to a young person that may be going through the same thing right now?
Find someone that they can trust. Find someone you can talk to. If that one person don't listen, find another person. Keep trying to talk to somebody until somebody help you.
Is your book available now?
No, it's not available now. We're going to release it January 2022.
Okay, tell people where they can find you and where they will be able to purchase your book at.
Well, I have a website, www.latwaina Kelley, Kelley.com, or you can find it on Amazon. You will be able to find it on Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and a lot of other platforms. Once you Google my name, Latwaina Kelley, it should come up the places the book is available.
Okay, one more thing I wanted to ask you. What do you think about the R. Kelly case?
What do I think about the R. Kelly case?
Mm-hmm.
And can I be honest?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it didn't happen, and I'm not saying it did happen.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, it took too long for too many people to come out.
Exactly.
Why come out now? It seems like as soon as people start doing good in life or things changing for the better, everybody want to pull out dirty laundry.
Yeah.
I feel, because I'm sure out of all those women, it could have been one somebody could have slipped up and said it happened.
Yeah.
I am a rape survivor, okay? I'm a rape survivor. I'm not going to call myself a victim. I'm a rape survivor. And I just feel like only one person of color will get in trouble, will go to prison for it. But the other person of color don't go. They don't go. And so I'm kind of straddling the fence, but all I can do is pray for the young man. I'm going to pray for him. His music is good. I still listen to it. But it is sad. It's sad if it happened. And then the thing about it, not only if the head go down, if the mothers was taking money for it, or the parents taking money for it, I think they should go down too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, then my thing was this is something I thought about. Okay, so you got all these adults around this man. Mm-hmm. So could nobody say anything? You see, I don't want my group of people, my friends or whatever they call themselves. I don't want you to be my yes man. Mm-hmm. I don't want you to be behind me telling, knowing that I'm doing wrong. I don't want you to look over it. I want you to get me some help because obviously he needed help. Not only was he was abused as a child, so he became the abuser. So he needed help, and all these adults around, and nobody said anything. Nobody did anything, and that's the part that gets to me. No.
The only reason why I really keep my mouth off of it, and I don't really, because let's not be biased. Mm-hmm. Other people of other colors are doing it, and they up there high places, and it's being looked over. But this R. Kelly man, let's take him, let's throw him up under the jail. I think it's not fair.
Yeah, it is.
If y'all gonna get one person, get everybody. Yeah. That's me, and I am a survivor.
Yeah, it's so sad because you think about all, I was just thinking about all the celebrities that have came forward that has been sexually assaulted as young people, like Tyler Perry. You got Tyler Perry, you have Oprah Winfrey, you have Gabriella Union, you have Terry Crews, you have Common, you have Missy Elliott. It's so many, the list can go on and on and on, and it's so sad because just grateful that they were strong enough to overcome what they were dealing with.
And that's one thing why you touched on that. I want every person that has been raped, molested, or assaulted in any kind of way, just know all you have to do is change your mindset. Just like Oprah, just like Tyler Perry, just like all those other celebrities that happened, how they moved on in life and succeeded, you can too. We can do it too. We could be in some high places too. We could be celebrities. We could be somebody, executives. We can be somebody, an author. You could be somebody.
Yeah, they can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
You can be anything you want to be.
Anything you want. Just change your mindset. There's so many people is stuck in depression. I'm not saying don't stay stuck, because I was stuck. And the only person that myself unstuck was me and God. I'm going to say God first. I'm giving him all the glory. I'm not going to take none. I don't want none of the credit. I'm giving God all the glory. Because if it was not for him, I don't know where I'd be.
That's right.
I don't know where I'd be.
Yeah.
So it was God. It was not me. It was not Latwaina. It was not Latwaina. It was not Latwaina.
It was him.
He helped me.
Him. That's right. You have to praise him. You have to let him know, Lord, you are the head of me. And everything I touch, Lord.
My faith. The art and the finisher.
That's right. That's right.
And that was my foundation, and this is how I got to where I was at. My grandma made sure I knew how to worship God at the altar. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, it's non-believers that have. Find something to believe in. Believe in yourself. Believe. All I can tell you is believe in God. I ain't gonna tell you to believe in anything. But you can get through it. Just change your mindset. You can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to stay stuck there. My thing is that he took my body, but he did not take my mind.
That's right.
Your mind is bigger than your body.
Yeah.
Your mind can go places your body can't go.
Yeah.
So, and that's my thing, And this is why I want to help people. This is why I want to start a foundation, a sexual assault foundation, or organization to help. Because I want people to have safe haven other than just the 1-800 number. Yeah. A phone call. I need you to go to an address and get you some help.
That's some good advice.
Yes.
Good advice. And I think I talked to you maybe a few weeks ago, and I was telling you that I think we could do a collaboration together.
Yes.
In my book, I talk about some of the things that you're talking about, but it also my goal here is I want to reach as many young people as I possibly can reach. Right. And in order to reach the young people, I have to get to the parents first. And in order to get to the parents, I have to bring my A game. And so, every step of the way, I'm praying and I'm thanking the Lord for guiding my steps, because I can't do any of this without him. So, I commend you on not letting that be the end for you. You could have became a drug addict. You could have became anything. But guess what? God has another plan for you. And your steps, you're going to ask him to order your steps.
I had went to my bishop at this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was about 18, 19 years old after I had my children.
Mm-hmm.
I said to him, I done tried, man. I done tried a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. I said, I'm at the point right now. Do I try drugs? I have a desire to do drugs. The man of God told me, he said, have you tried Jesus? I looked at him, honestly, and I'm in church. Every Sunday. He said, have you tried Jesus? I looked him in the eyes and I said, no, I haven't. He said, try it. And then after you try him, you come back to me. And then it's what I'm today. I never tried drugs. I never tried drinking. It's just that my mind was like, how can I numb this pain?
Yeah.
I wanted to numb this pain. Suicide couldn't do it. Depression couldn't do it. Men couldn't do it. Lord Jesus, what can I do to numb this pain? And then, like I said, it started at home. Give your children voices. There's so many parents that don't give their children a voice. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I didn't have a voice as a kid. Because if I knew that this man not supposed to kiss me, this man is not supposed to touch my good areas.
Now let me tell you about that good area stuff now. I just told them I was just saying to them that I don't believe in the goodies, punani, and all that other stuff. I believe in you saying the vagina, the penis, and that's that. Because when that kind of stuff happens to your children, and they're trying to explain what happened to them, and they're telling the law enforcement that, yeah, they touched my punani. They trying to figure out what is punani. So they need to say, you need to teach this to your children. And I mean everybody. I'm teaching this to their children.
I was there. Let me tell you, I was on the stand testifying, and I literally said, and he touched my poo-poo. He put his wee-wee, and I said that, and my lawyer had to say, objection, Your can I get her off the stage? Honey, a woman has a vagina, a man has a penis. Those are words you're supposed to use up there. But a lot of kids don't know. They know cookie, poo-poo, and stuff like that. And the thing about it is that we gotta watch these men and women around our children. I pat myself on the back. Even though I am a survivor, I didn't have men all around my children. I knew I had a little girl. I knew I had a little boy. I had to protect. I had to be that mama hen that will kill to protect. And so, and that's how it was. Whatever I did it outside my home while my children went to school. Wherever I laid my head, an older lady told me, wherever you lay your head, you don't bring that mess to your house. And I bought my first home at the age of 21. At the age of 21, and I lost it at 32. But however, it's just that, you gotta teach your children. You gotta put things in place, give them a voice. I don't care if they go somewhere and spend the night, check on them, ask them questions. I didn't trust them that my kids, people like, you are too overprotective over your children. No, because I feel like this. If I was living with my mother and protected, I say, this never would have happened to me. This would never happen to me if I was with my mom. Yeah. And that's just how I protect you.
Because the one thing that I always say to my children, our number one goal is, our number one job is to protect them. That is a parent's job. That's the number one job for a parent, is to protect your children.
Protect your babies.
Exactly. So when you feel like you're not being protected, then mama not doing her job, or daddy's not doing his job. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's like important to me.
I didn't like my children to really go nowhere. When they started going to school, guess what his mama was at? A lunch aide or a secretary or a volunteer. I was right there in school, wherever and I'm watching.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming out today, but I want to say one thing to you.
Okay.
Tell people, what would you do? What one thing that you want to share with somebody that may help them out? That's right. Protect your children. That's it.
Protect your children. Protect your children. And if you're in a abusive situation, run. Get some help. Get out of that situation. Because if a man hits you, that's not love, sweetheart. That is not. If a woman hit you, that's not love. Run.
Okay, and I want to thank you for coming on Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons today.
I appreciate it.
And I have a little gift for you that I'm going to mail to you.
Aww.
A little t-shirt.
Okay.
So you can remember Grandma Lala.
Grandma Lala.
I'm going to mail it to you.
Okay.
So thank you for being a guest on the show today.
I really just wanted to go now.
No, you don't have to go. You can stick around and listen to what else I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yes, but I truly appreciate your conversation, and I appreciate you coming on today. And wow, your story is amazing, and you really need to ask God to give you direction.
Amen.
Give you the direction of where He wants you to take it, because there's so much more that you're supposed to do.
Amen.
I feel it in the spirit. I'm just telling you what the Lord is telling me right now.
Yes.
I feel Him telling me that you need to take this a little further. You need to get out there and start speaking at events and stuff, talking, because there are so many children that need your words. They need to hear your story to help somebody else.
Yes, and I'm so ready.
She said, God is love. If someone hurts you, it is definitely not love. Remember that.
That's true. That's true. Amen. Yes.
Yeah, that is so true. God is.
I want to get so many people out of bad situations and help them, but I want to have safe havens in churches and schools, build foundations and help them and support them. I am ready to work. I'm ready to do God's work, not Alana's work. No, God.
And you gotta ask them for directions. You gotta ask them to guide yourself.
Yes. I'm so ready.
You have to ask them to guide yourself. You have to get in that little quiet room and you gotta ask them to guide yourself.
Yes. I'm so ready.
Well, I want to say this. I thank you for coming on to the show. Okay. And I also want to say to all my listeners out there, never let anyone dim your light. Never. I don't care who it is. Don't let them dim your light. Somebody said you need to, yes, because you need to get started with that, with what we talked about.
Yeah. My cousin is pushing me to go ahead and start that business. She told me, "Cousin, do it."
Yeah.
Thank you, cousin.
But make sure that before you start your business, you ask God for guidance. Nothing works without Him first.
No, not at all. So He's the head of my life. My God is the head, then my husband, then me, and then my children. That's how I do it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I want to thank my sponsors for tonight, Mother-Daughter Team. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And I want to say to you guys to stay tuned and make sure that you turn on next Thursday. My guest is Miss Breezy of Breezy Film Production. She will be on next Thursday, same time, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I just want to thank anybody and everybody that sponsors our shows. I want to thank you guys. And like I said, thank you, Mother-Daughter Team, for sponsoring the show for tonight. Yes, it is. She said it's time to take that fake walk. That's right.
I received that.
Amen. That is so true. So yeah, you just have to just stay prayerful and continue to guide, ask God for guidance all the way through, because you won't be able to do it without Him. I know there's some people that think that, oh yeah, I did this on my own, but guess what you done? You really didn't. You didn't do it on your own. God did it.
God did it, not me.
He gave you directions and He told you what you're supposed to do, but He made it possible. He made it happen.
Yes,
it doesn't happen without Him. If He says not to go, it's not a go. It's not going nowhere. So the important thing is to ask Him, how do you want me to take this, Lord? How do you want me to take my next step to get to what it is that you want me to do?
Yes. I'm ready. Yeah. So we have a show going on the 23rd of October, right?
Oh yeah, we do. We do have a show, but we'll talk more about that afterwards.
Okay.
So true. Yeah. We'll talk about that afterwards because we got to get everything together first before we get that show rolling.
Okay.
But do you have anything that you got going on? Anything where anybody gonna see you anywhere? You got any kind of speaking events coming up?
Well, not at this time, but it's work in progress. Everything is going to happen, but I will start going live more, start a new YouTube channel, and provide a safe haven right now via social media because everything is online right now. So I'm just going to start, let the Lord lead me and start doing some other things.
Mm-hmm. You also have 2 interviews coming up. Remember with the radio station?
Yes.
The new mixtape Hot FM 95.7 or something like that. 97.5.
I'll be on there with Grandma Lala. I'll be on there with Grandma Lala.
Yeah, and then you also have an interview coming up with Miss Katie Lowe.
Okay, yes.
So you're gonna be doing some things pretty soon, Miss Lady.
Work, Lord.
And if you need my help for anything, just reach out to me. You have my number.
You're phone call away.
I don't give my number out to many people, but you have my number, so you can reach me, and if we need to mind blow or whatever, you need to talk to me about something, you're welcome to do so.
We're gonna get this together. The Lord got a movement going on. We're gonna start us a movement.
Right, that's right. Mm-hmm.
It's coming near you. Yes.
Yeah, I want to see that Grandma Lala video again. That was a funny video.
I would love to see it.
Did you see it?
Yeah. I'd like to welcome you to the Church of What's Happening Now, right here on the west side of Chicago in the Austin community, where we have a special guest that is going to entertain us in song. She is somebody's grandma, the cooking grandma, better known as Grandma Lala. Sing that song, Grandma.
Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, I'm gonna lay down my burdens. Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, gonna study no more. Oh, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. It is so hot. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water.
Sing those song in here.
It's telling me no. But my body is telling me yes, baby. I don't want to hurt nobody.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude, but
and I must confess, I don't see nothing
this is the Church of What's Happening Now.
What you
This is the Church of What's Happening.
I'm Grandma Lala, baby. I could sing wherever at anybody's church. Down my burdens, no more.
That's what we saying, Grandma Lala again.
Oh yeah, she on Instagram, Storytime with Grandma Lala on Instagram, and Storytime with Grandma Lala on Facebook. She on YouTube, Storytime with Grandma Lala as well. And TikTok, she on Storytime with Grandma Lala.
Okay, she on TikTok. Okay, I gotta follow her. Make sure I'm following her on everything. I need
She got some stuff coming, boy. Granny is a mess.
Let me tell you, I need some wisdom.
Yeah, she a mess. But like I said, thank you for coming on the show. And I want to also get my sponsors rolling for today. Thank you, Mother Daughter Team LLC, for sponsoring the show today. Yes, and you can also go to their website, which is motherdaughterteamllc.com. You can follow them on Instagram, Mother Daughter Team LLC on Instagram. And
today's show is brought to you by Mother Daughter Teen Books LLC, providing enjoyable reading and learning for all age groups and demographics. Encouraging your child to read at an early age can impact their overall success and joy by instilling in them a love and passion for reading that can begin at home. Order your books today. That's motherdaughterteamllc.com Also available on Amazon.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Author Latwaina Kelley on Instagram and Latwaina Kelley on Facebook.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for tuning in to Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons. I will see you guys again next week at the same time, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And like I said, my guest for next week is Miss Breezy of Breezy Films Production. So that's going to be a very interesting show. All right, guys? All right.
Good night.
All right. Good night. Love you guys. See you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Be out of here. It's good. Well, today was my guest was Latwaina Kelley. You guys can follow her on her Facebook page and her Instagram page. That was a very good conversation, and I really enjoyed myself talking to her. And it made me think about the situations of all the people when I was in high school, and I think about how, hey Ruth, I think about how some of the young ladies were dealing with just what she was just talking about. And some of the young ladies couldn't even go to their parents and talk to them about it, because one was the fact that one of the young ladies that I know when I was in high school, her father was doing her. He was sexually assaulting her. And so I think that it's a good thing that she wants to talk to as many people as she possibly can, because sometimes people don't have an outlet. They don't know who they can talk to, or and they scared to talk to anybody about it. So with her saying that she is looking to help as many people as she possibly can through her own experience, I think that's a very good idea, and I think that it will help a lot of people out. A lot of people, it will help them, because sometimes a lot of them that go through that deal with that sexual assault, they don't have anybody to really talk to, because a lot of times if it's the mother's boyfriend, mama is not giving up her boyfriend because she's so into this relationship with this guy that she's not trying to hear what her daughter is going through, what she's dealing with. She's not trying to hear that. So a lot of times what happens is they continue on in these relationships, and they know that these relationships are not good for them or their children. I've also seen people where they have actually put their children out just to keep the man in their life, or and the sad part is so many people think that sexual assault only happens to young girls. It doesn't. It happens to young men as well. Because I matter of fact, I know someone that went through a situation where their dad's girlfriend was sexually assaulting them, and so the assault thing is like really, really a serious situation, and it's something that I think that people should really, really take time out to speak to their kids about, and talk to their kids about that no touching thing, and touching them, getting too close into their personal space, and things like that. So I really appreciate Latwaina Kelley coming on the show today, and she shared with us her book, Inspirational, Damaged Crowns Still Shine. And I think that's going to be a very good book for people to pick up. And I think that she will have the opportunity to take the book into different places, like the Boys and Girls Clubs, or battered, sheltered places for kids that's runaways and things like that. I think that the book will really do really good, So yeah, that's where I'm at right now on that whole situation. And I thought it was just, like I said, it's really interesting when you see the different celebrities coming forward now, and they're talking about what happened to them, how they were molested and things like that. And it's so interesting. It's like, wow. So it just doesn't happen to the poor. It happens to any and everybody. But at one time, one time, they were dealing with the same thing. So yeah, that I think that she's gonna really go very far with that book, because it's a lot of children that need to hear her story, and I think that it will help a lot of children. It'll help a lot of children as well as adults, because some adults that have went through the same thing that she went through, they're suffering themselves in silence. And she's willing to take that time out to talk to someone about it. She got help for herself, and that's the key: getting help for yourself. Reaching out to someone for help, because you can't do it by yourself. You're not going to be able to get through it by yourself without reaching out to someone and asking someone for a little help. And that's all I'm saying is that, yeah, those are some big shoes to fill. First of all, the journey that she's gonna have is gonna be some very big shoes to fill. So, yeah, her website is www.LatwainaKelley.com. So if you want to purchase her book, it hasn't come out yet, but that's where you'll find it at when she does release the book. It will be at www.LaWanaKelley.com. And the name of the book is called Damaged Crowns Still Shine. Okay. All right. So I think we're about done with this show. I think they had like 5 minutes. And I think we played a sponsor one more time and we'll be out of here.
Today's show is brought to you by Mother-Daughter Teen Books, LLC, providing enjoyable reading and learning for all age groups and demographics. Encouraging your child to read at an early age can impact their overall success and joy by instilling in them a love and passion for reading that can begin at home. Order your books today. That's MotherDaughterTeamLLC.com. Also available on Amazon.
And if you would like to be a sponsor for the show, Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons, you can go to our email address, Inspirational Talks with L. Simmons at gmail.com, and you can become a sponsor. Or if you would like to be a guest on my show, Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons, you may go to my website and my email address, and also send a letter letting me know that you would like to be a guest on my show. All right. I'm your host, Laura Simmons, and this is Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons. Thank you. Have a good night.
Awesome. Awesome.
Good. Yeah, what else to say? I was forgetting some stuff that I was going to say, but
I know it's the first time, and I brought her in too soon because I was supposed to put a book up there.
Yeah.
But it was a great show.
Yeah.
It really
I
was.
I couldn't see how many people was actually watching, though.
Well, there were at least 12 or 13 at one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's at 20 views.
But you got to keep sharing it. And you probably got more than that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to share it like every other day.
Okay. So now it's the recording right now that's up on the screen.
It'll